The Pettis Power Stage has been run and won this morning, and normally the teams would take the rest of the day off getting ready for Heat 1 tomorrow. But that is happening this afternoon, and because of that time constraint, this is a sprint heat. It's basically 55 kilometres, 2 stages of about 14 kilometres each. We've been told stage 1 extremely muddy and slippery. Some teams even thought it would be cancelled. The next stage is holding up okay. They do them twice. We're now at the halfway mark. They've basically done it twice. They're going into service now, a remote service, so the teams have had to come out to the event. We're going to be very interesting to see how they've coped with the first 2 stages. Brendo, that's the start you want in tricky conditions, 9 up we think.
Yeah, it's a great run. The first stage I think we had 7 on Eli, and when we saw Scott off, we sort of that far out we need to really be conservative here and watch the pace, and we got to the end and we'd won, so that was really good. The second stage, totally different characteristic wise, a lot of uphill, fast, wide flowing road, and the road is taking a lot of power out of the car because it's so wet, so you're sort of driving up a gear a lot of places, and another good stage in there too on Eli, so it's good pressure on him too.
We ran a wet setting in the Jazz, and lucky we did. We were able to keep it on the road, which was actually quite a big challenge. So we lost a bit of time to the Mazda, but we're still in the hunt. I'll see what I can do this afternoon.
Well, Scott had a few people because we heard Scotty went off and stuck. We haven't spoken to him yet, but even Neil Bates crashed on the very first corner. So it's catching out some big names.
Yeah, it is. It's just one of those. It's one of those stages. It's really, really difficult.
Tom, while not the start for Renault that you would want, Scotty looks like he might have lost time or even be out of the rally on the first couple, and you have lost power, particularly in that second stage, and dumped a whole heap of time.
Yeah, first stage was a good run, so we're up there with Eli, but the second one just lost power in the car, so I reckon we're lacking about 25% there. So we got to the end and it felt all right, but then we got smashed on time, and it's just a problem that has happened. It's not very good for us just on the second stage of the rally.
Mark Petter, I can't put on the camera what you told me your day was going like, but it was average was sort of what you were getting at.
Yeah, I think we spent a fair time in a hairpin on the first stage, and then we've developed a massive vibration on the brakes in the second stage. So still stopping fine, still doing everything right, but a little bit disconcerting coming down the greasy hills. So, and after we saw Scotty off, I think all we've got to do is finish today, and we've wrapped up the manufacturers. So that's the plan.
Pretty important to this group and your team, isn't it? And you play a key role in that. You've got to think about those things, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Honda have put a lot into the sport, and winning the manufacturers championship for them is like a bit of payback. So yeah, it is important to us.
All right, mate. Well, like I said, this is sprint. I mean, you guys could be the manufacturers champions in a matter of sort of about 28k. So it'd be a good run home.
Yeah, good run home. Keep it nice and neat, and we'll try and keep it nice and neat, and we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Thanks, Dino.